for their very active participation, even those who are belatedly calling for division, like the Honorable CNN. And this is the true spirit of democracy, that often the majority will have their way and the minority will always have their say. And today we have seen that democracy being exercised in this House, that the majority of members of parliament who believe that this is an important agenda for our country, the majority of members who believe that we are dealing with a time bomb of millions of our youth who are unemployed, sitting through this sitting, Honorable Speaker, and even with the support of a few within the minority. And Honorable Speaker, allow me once again to single out the Honorable Member for Funyula, the Honorable John Buddy, the Honorable Harry Kombe, the Honorable, my good friend, the Honorable Millie Odhiambo, who even in absentia from outside the country, took time to propose amendments to this particular bill with a view to improving on what we are legislating today. Honorable Speaker, the members like the Honorable Professor Nyikal, who is a very diligent member of this House, the Honorable Haro, who has taken time together with his Muslim brothers and sisters to make sure that there are amendments that ensures that this bill captures the spirit of the Sharia law, that even as we charge interest, we do not offend our Muslim brothers and sisters as they prepare for the holy month of Ramadan. Let me congratulate the Honorable Haro and the other many Muslim brothers and sisters who are here today, who have taken their time. Honorable Speaker, again, as has been said in the past, Honorable Speaker, we are a House, Honorable Speaker, we are a House that debates and considers all matters that of concern to the people of Kenya. Honorable Speaker, as an administration,
where's your card? Because I'm trying to get to see your card. Where's your card? Okay, then we would ask you to be orderly. Go ahead.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, if you can allow me to continue and ignore the member for Kilifi, the county women rep for Kilifi, who did not have the time to propose amendments. And I was saying this is a house of debate. This is a house where I was saying, as an administration, as Kenya Kwanza, we value every member of this house. And that is why, Honorable Speaker, you saw those amendments by the Honorable Professor Oudo that made sense. We supported the amendment by the Honorable Nyikal on the qualifications of a chairperson. And I must thank the Professor Nyikal, Honorable Oudo, because I remember during second reading, it was Honorable Oudo who pointed out to the gap that existed in the bill on particular qualifications for both the chairperson, and the Honorable Nyikal picked that up and proposed an amendment. That is how we legislate, Honorable Speaker. We don't legislate by talking on TV stations. We don't legislate by talking in funerals. We legislate on the floor of this House. And that is why I'm taking time to congratulate those members of the minority who have taken time. Unlike many other cowards, Honorable Speaker, who opted to walk out believing that they could intimidate other Azimio members. And I must congratulate these Azimio members who are in the House this afternoon, because they have withstood the intimidation and the coercion not to do their work, including the member for Kilifi, Honorable Mbeyu, who has withstood the intimidation to ensure that she is here to legislate not just for her people in Kilifi to get affordable and social housing, not just for students from Kilifi to be able to access institutional housing, and policemen and women in Kilifi County, but also teachers and health workers in Kilifi Sub-County Hospital to be able to access institutional housing. Honorable Speaker, I must congratulate all these members and welcome back Honorable Nyikal, who has come back in absentia. I was congratulating him for being a very diligent member of parliament who takes his work seriously as a member of parliament. Professor Nyikal, being a veteran member of this house, we truly appreciate your input, especially in this bill, Honorable Nyikal, because your amendments on the chairperson, I was saying in your absentia, Honorable Professor Nyikal, that what you said on second reading in the bill, you actualized it by bringing amendments to enrich what was provided for by the proposals of the bill. Honorable Speaker, allow me to immensely congratulate members of our Kenya Kwanza coalition. These members went out together with the President and the Deputy President in 2022. And in every constituency that we went to, we promised the people of Kenya that housing as an agenda would be actualized under the Kenya Kwanza administration. I am happy, Honorable Speaker, that we have a president who has chosen to do not what is politically expedient, not what is popular, but what is right for this country. He has chosen to do what is good for millions of our young people who have no jobs. As I said in moving this bill, Honorable Speaker, this bill is about employment creation. It is about wealth creation. It's about helping Kenyans to access affordable homes, creating new home owners, and therefore generating new wealth in our country and helping to grow our economy that was destroyed by those who are telling us today that when they look back, they feel like crying. And I have to tell them they have every reason to cry. Because if in 10 years, you could only implement or build 1,900 houses, only 1,900 houses in 10 years. But you now see an administration which in less than a year is doing close to 40,000 houses and is on the verge of accomplishing the promise to do a minimum of 200,000 units per year. Honorable Speaker, I must thank all these members for their diligence, for their commitment, not just to the manifesto that they sold to the people of Kenya, but their commitment to their own constituents who have sent them to come and represent them in this house. These are the heroes of our country. These are the heroes of our country today who have the feelings of their people at heart. Honorable Speaker, we had debate some time back on the cost of living. When we spoke about implementing the Kenya Kwanza manifesto on production subsidies, others chose to don sufurias on their heads, Honorable Speaker. Today, as I said yesterday, unga is retailing at a low of 114 shillings from 260 shillings, Honorable Speaker. In the same breath, Honorable Speaker, in another 2-3 years, the people of Kenya will bear us witness and we will stand vindicated that the decisions we have made today are right for this country, they are for posterity, they will secure the future of millions of our people, Honorable Speaker, and I must thank all these members. Finally, Honorable Speaker, this bill creates an opportunity for infrastructural projects across all our counties, Honorable Speaker, without exception. I am glad yesterday, during the second reading, as we voted during the division, the member for Suba South, the Honorable Karoli Omondi, was keen to note that the first phase of affordable housing in Homa Bay County is complete. Homa Bay County, Honorable Speaker. Ruiru, Honorable Speaker, in my own county in Kiambu, the media have reported to us that the crime rates in Ruiru constituency, and the member for Ruiru is here, he can bear me witness. Crime rates are going down courtesy of this housing agenda and the jobs created by this housing agenda, Honorable Speaker. And I want to tell the people of Kikuyu, the ground that has been broken between us and Kabete constituency, 756 units will be done. We broke ground last week, a week ago, Honorable Speaker, and very soon they will see those houses coming up. The Muguga Agri-City, Honorable Speaker, that people are speaking about. And I know there are those who, the naysayers, those who feel like crying today. were instigating people within Kiambu County to oppose this program, Muguga Agri-City will become a reality with a minimum of 14,000 houses. Honorable Speaker, including my good friend, the member for Githunguri, who I must congratulate her because she did not just oppose this bill. She proposed amendments, although she dropped all the amendments, except for one or two that were also defeated. Honorable Speaker, allow me to also take this opportunity to assure the people of Githunguri constituency in Kiambu County, they shall not be left behind. They shall not be left behind. And I must again thank the Honorable Kagoa Lydia, who has helped us in Githunguri constituency to identify land to build over 2,000 housing units that will also incorporate a cultural center for the Mau Mau freedom fighters who fought for our independence and for our land, Honorable Speaker. The people of Githunguri shall not and will never be left behind on account of the retrogressive politics that you may find elsewhere, Honorable Speaker. We shall carry everybody aboard, whether it is Homa Bay, whether it is Kikuyu, whether it is Karachuonyo, whether it is Turkana.